45 seconds to 1994. It has been a giant year.
1994, we pause to look back at the events of a remarkable year.
It was a year of change, a year of conflict, a year where bitter enemies of old took a new chance at peace.
This is a year to be remembered.
In 10 seconds, in 9, in 8, in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Happy 1994!
Yo, welcome back to episode 2. 1994 was yesterday. For anyone who doesn't know, what's up? For anyone who doesn't know, 1994 was yesterday is a podcast about hip-hop from 94 to present, discussing hip-hop through the decades. We'll talk about current affairs alongside everything that makes up the culture and a bit of chit-chat along the way. Follow us, 1994 was yesterday on Insta. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. So watch us or just listen to us as you're walking and going about your day.
True. My name is Angel Monsanto, a.k.a. the Neon Belly.
Yeah. Aaron Hollins, a.k.a.
Master Ace.
I think that name might have been taken, actually, to be fair, mate.
Too bad. Too bad, so sad.
Mr. Ace, don't worry about it. So, I guess maybe start off with what you text me this morning.
Oh,
shit.
My heart crushed.
Like, completely out of the blue. So for people who don't know, we record, it's a Monday here in Australia, and we record on Mondays. So
Kobe Bryant just passed away through a helicopter accident, I should say, with his, I believe, 13-year-old daughter.
Crazy.
The world is grieving, man. He was a legend. He was a pioneer, an icon.
Yeah.
Easily, he goes in the top 3 of the greatest of all time. That's not just now because he died. That's just because...
but yeah, before the Black Mamba, son.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. He was a sniper.
Yeah. Unreal.
And his legacy would live on.
Oh, till forever, obviously, for sure. It's funny, when you got home, we were talking about it just before, I almost said to you, it's like if Michael Jordan died. And then I was thinking, no, it's Kobe is his own entity. Like, it's like Kobe died, and he did, like, shout out to his family and stuff. It's crazy, man. Like, and his friends and shit. Like, mad one. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yep. So sorry for starting off on a sad note, or for those that are hearing this and are new. Obviously, most people would know about the news on Monday, so you'd know 2 days beforehand, just before you're hearing this. But rest in peace, rest in power to the one, the only, the Black Mamba. His legacy will live on.
Yeah, absolutely. In other news, coronavirus.
Is that the virus that you get when you drink too many Corona beers?
Oh, man.
If so, every Dominican has it.
Man, I have a coronavirus story related to that type of thing. Faux show. Maybe that's for another time, but Jesus Christ.
There's kids listening.
Yeah. So coronavirus. Apparently, there is now 5.
Here in Australia.
5 here in Australia. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's 2 in Victoria.
Yeah.
Victoria, and 3 in New South Wales.
So just real quick, for anyone who doesn't know, Victoria is sort of like the state where Melbourne is based, and Sydney is in New South Wales. So just FYI.
Yeah. And so from all the information that I know about the coronavirus, obviously it started in China and Wuhan.
Yeah, Wuhan, yeah.
But a lot of people just assume that they have pneumonia because the symptoms are very close to just being sick.
Yeah, like influenza-y type deal.
And then next thing you know, blow, you got the virus.
Yeah, crazy. So from my sort of brief like look at the like the map thing, there was like a case or a couple of cases over in America. There's a bunch in like sort of like the Asian region, like, you know, like your Thailand and
Southeast Asia,
yeah,
just all of Asia.
Yeah, basically. I watched a video earlier, and this guy was saying that coronaviruses are just like a bunch of viruses that come together or something like that, right? So like kind of like SARS was like a coronavirus,
Right.
He said usually it's from animals, and which is nuts. But I overheard someone talking yesterday. They were talking to someone else about it, and they were saying that they had heard it was either like an animal of some sort had eaten like a snake, or the snake had eaten the animal, like the bird or whatever it was,
And then pooped it out, and then we ate the poop, and then that's what happened.
It's something like that, yeah. Isn't that crazy? Or they ate the snake or the bird or whatever.
I was just
like, of course.
I was just trying to get wild. I didn't even know that was a real thing.
Like legit, like, and then from that is how it sort of happened. But the craziest thing is the health minister here in Sydney has not like banned flights to and from China, which, I mean, it's got to be the first thing that you do, right? Be like, right, no flights from China.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate people who've got to get where they're going, but also, do we really want a worldwide pandemic? Fuck no, is the answer to that.
But is it? Could it be a worldwide pandemic? Here's my conspiracy theory that I'm just I'm ground balling to everybody.
I like
this is not real. This is a disclaimer. This is me just trying to stir the pot.
Allegedly.
So, check it out. China, who we know is not the friendliest of countries to their people.
Yep.
Just made this stuff up. Not made it up. It's a real thing, but they put it out into the system to get the whole country on lockdown and not let any of their people in and out. And then they're going to find some way to fix it up and then be like, look, we're the hero. This is, you know, or I'm saying, man.
I mean,
maybe they created it to get rid of Hong Kong.
I mean, let's be real here. It's not like that sort of thing hasn't been initiated in the past.
I mean, come on.
So I like it. Let us know what you guys sort of think in the comments. Slide into the DMs.
Do you think that's wild? And do you think that I shouldn't be saying that?
Or
oh well.
Or you backing it and you got more information for us to pass through.
Yeah.
And we can put it out on the airwaves. All right, in other news, Sydney related news. So there's a bookshop in the city on George Street, above the galleries, you know, like by Town Hall Station.
The Strand Bookstore? Is that what they're called? No.
I think it's whatever, I can't remember what it's called.
Is it an Asian bookstore?
No, it's like a big, massive bookstore. It sits above, you know where the Carhartt store is?
Oh, like CBC or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that one.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, something like that. It has 3 letters.
Yeah, three, exactly. Yeah, that's what I remember, 3 letters, and it has C in it.
And it's like burgundy?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. It's upstairs in the galleries, opposite the QVB building. For people who haven't been to Sydney, that's basically like pretty much the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Apparently, this bookshop, as I read, it takes stand against pickup artists harassing women in the store.
Good.
Right? So apparently what it was is there was a dating coach instructing clients pickup techniques on female customers. But it wasn't just like a dating coach. He was from like an actual dating coaching company. How wild is that?
Okay, first off, this doesn't surprise me. Second off, this does surprise me. Now let me explain.
All right, hit me up.
Lately, I've been noticing a trend coming on, and I actually just talked to my wife about this the other day. I noticed a trend coming on of dating coaches advertising on YouTube, Instagram, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's this one guy, just looked like the definition of a greaseball. Please mind the noises while Aaron adjusts his microphone. This is just a normal part of the situation, right? So he just looks like if you just pictured a ball of grease, this is how this guy looks with a pair of sunglasses on. And he'd do something. He's in a YouTube ad and he's going, are you having a hard time getting girls? Would you like to learn how to get girls? Here's how I do it. And then he just walks up and goes, see, you need to be confident. And he just goes and grabs some girl's hand and he's like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. And she's like, oh, hi. And then he's like, I thought you were pretty. I want to take you out on a date. And she's just like, oh, yeah, sure. He's like, can I have your number? And she's like, here you go. And that's it. And he's like legit going up harassing girls. And I'm thinking like, this is just because you have $20 and some free time to buy a YouTube ad doesn't mean that you should go out there and be like, this is how you get girls. And then he's going, well, subscribe to my service and I'll teach you more on how to get girls.
Yeah.
And then I saw an Australian one. So that was an American one.
Yeah.
I saw an Australian one of this girl with her like puffed out lips, cleavage a bit exposed.
Yeah, that whole thing.
All that kind of stuff looking dewy, as some people say. I call it sweaty, but dewy is a thing. So
Sure.
And she's just going like, would you like to get some girls? I'll teach you how to get girls and blah blah blah. And it's just like, and I'm like, man, if the girls are like that, I don't want any part
I don't
of
want
this.
to borrow that.
You know what I mean? It's just like, what's going on with everyone just trying to be hitched now? Like that's just the newest trend.
Yeah.
Before, just a couple years ago, it was drop shipping. Let me teach you how to make $2 billion on Amazon. It's like, if you knew how to make $2 billion on Amazon, you wouldn't be
telling people how to make. You'll be too busy
on YouTube trying to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd be too busy being a millionaire.
Yeah.
A billionaire, I should say. So I'm super against it as someone who is had my years in the dating scene and is now married, which is it's in my opinion, it's the pinnacle, it's the success, it's the home run, it's the you won the dating scene is now that you have that person, a very attractive person for the rest of your life to you're attracted to and all that. Fellas, that does not work. Do not go out and grab a girl's hand and go, hey, I thought you were pretty, let me get your number. That's called harassment.
Yeah, you get arrested for that.
You should get kicked in the balls for that. And I'm someone who is not an advocate of kicking people in the balls.
Yeah.
That's not like, that's the worst thing that you could possibly do. But you deserve it if you go up and grab a girl's hand and tell her to give you her number. It's just a weirdo thing to do.
Yeah, it is
How about
weird.
you just be nice?
Yeah, I mean,
Not go up to her and just figure something else out.
yeah,
You know?
I mean, if you really feel like the urge that you must go and talk to this person, there are so many better ways to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Find out where they live.
yeah, don't do that. Yeah, but exactly. But going off of that, have you in the past ever used like a pickup line or anything like that? Like when you're in the dating scene, you know, when you're younger.
Yes, but all my pickup lines were to make people laugh. They weren't to pick somebody. So what I've experienced the most, being a chubby brown guy who is I'm already knocked down a few levels, right? I'm already at a handicap. I'm playing at a handicap. If you see my wife, a lot of people go, damn, you're punching. How did you do that? I just made her laugh. The best way to a girl's heart is to make her laugh, right? Yeah. So if the person, my pickup lines were to make somebody laugh. So my favorite one to use, which I tried to use last week, came out a little weird. Okay. I'd go up to, let's say, a skinny white girl. Yeah. If she's a skinny white girl, and I'd say, I like my coffee like I like my women. And then I'd wait for her and I'd go strong and black. And then she'd go like, what the hell? Like and then she starts laughing because it's the complete opposite of her.
Yeah.
So at that point you got her laughing.
And then it's
easy from there. Or you wait for the right opportunity. I think just pickup lines in general should be jokes.
Right. I completely agree.
The easiest way to a woman's heart is through her laughing muscle, if that's a real thing.
Sure.
The thing inside you that makes you, the thing that hurts. Abs, core. The easiest way to a woman's heart is through her core.
Well, my
quote that.
Quote.
Angel Monsanto 2020.
Well, a pickup line again. The same. Like I always thought pickup lines were pretty lame and pretty cheesy. And but one that stuck was when I was at uni in the UK. Again, it's like a funny comedy type one, just for jokes. And it was, walk up to the chick that, maybe you made eyes with or something like that. and you're like, hey, it's just wondering, do you know how much the largest polar bear weighs? And they're all like, what do you mean? Like, what is this? And you're like, no, you know. And then they'd say a number, or they say, I don't know. And you go, enough to break the ice. I'm Aaron.
Perfect.
Done. Like, because it's jokes and it's a bit cheesy, but it's all like, it's lighthearted. It's all in jest.
Yes. And I believe they appreciate that.
Absolutely.
If you're a girl and you appreciate a guy who breaks the ice with a little bit of a joke in a non-creepy way, gives you your space, stands a good distance from you, and tries to shoot a shot, let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Or
let us know some of the horrible pickup lines that people try to use on you,
or your best pickup lines.
And same with guys as well.
Shoot a
like,
shot.
you know, maybe you're hitting on like another guy or whatever. Hit us up, slide in the DMs, let us know. Let's start the conversation.
I got a good pickup line for two guys.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't say it, but maybe I should.
Go ahead.
Fuck it. So if you're a guy and you're trying to get another guy, you go, what do you call two guys in a sleeping bag? And I said, what? You go, fruit roll up. You want some candy? Wow.
I like
I
it.
assure you that might work.
I like
Listen, I worked for the only gay-owned and operated plumbing company in New York City, in the most gay village in New York City, Greenwich Village. Shout out all my homies in Greenwich Village.
it. Shout out.
So I get a gay pass where I can make some jokes because half of my friend circle prefers the opposite sex. And that's all right.
Which is all good.
Which is amazing.
It's all good in 1994 was yesterday.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on. We got to have a moving on button. This is like, moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
Moving on up. What do you think about Australia Day, but if we just backtrack real quick, for everyone who doesn't know, the 26th is
26
is Australia Day. And so basically, long story short, 1788, that's when the British came along and sort of were like, wow, this is our land now. Although this land had been, well, from sort of historically, I think it's the oldest living people ever, they think. Archaeologists think that the Aboriginal people here have been here longer than any people. And yeah, basically the British came along and just fucked that all up, and it's pretty horrible. It's interesting, don't get me wrong. So definitely have a Google about that. But yeah, so 1788, and then it was only sort of a thing in Australia, New South Wales. And they called it a bunch of different things beforehand, and now it's sort of changed to Australia Day. And yeah, a lot of people are quite upset about it and want to move the date because, you know, effectively it's Invasion Day. I think it's probably a bit more accurate. But it's funny, I actually read the other day that it wasn't the 26th originally. It was like sometime in May, and then it changed to sometime in July, and then now it's, for the past 24 years, it's been solid as like the 26th of January.
Right.
So it's not like it hasn't changed dates in the past.
Right.
The proposed date is May 8. So obviously sounds a bit like May, which is quite a classic
Australian term.
So I mean, I definitely back the change to May 8th for sure. Like, why the fuck not?
100%.
Why not? Like, why?
This is coming from two people who are not Australian.
Yeah.
Right. So we do understand that we're in this country by grace and by privilege. Like we are allowed in this country to live in this country, and we love it.
Yeah.
And we love all Australian people. We love Aboriginal people. We love Australian people, and we understand as two mixed race people. Yeah, pretty much two mixed race people coming from a different place. We understand how beautiful diversity is.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's my proposal.
Okay.
We change the date, and then, which somebody brought it up years back, and it was brilliant. They had a flag designing competition. How about we change the date? We usher in this new era of Australian life where it's now going to help people from both sides, right? And we can be proud of this new nation, this new diverse nation, right? So you change the flag and you change the date and you unify the people of Australia from across the board. Now, some people will go, oh, well, you can't change the flag because it shows our British heritage or anything like that. But it's like, man, times are changing.
Yeah. I definitely back that. It's not yesterday, basically. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that moving forward, how can you move forward if you're always looking back to the past?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
There's a lot of really good flag ideas.
Yeah.
And my favorite one will be posted right here, which I'll just show you. Brilliant.
Oh, wow.
How incredible is that?
Yeah, I'll throw it up
flag
there.
idea.
That's for all the people who are watching, who are listening. You can check it out on the YouTube video or on our Instagram page.
Or you can type in, I just typed in new Australian flag, and it's red on one corner, black on the other corner. The separating between the two is the outline of a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Almost like the Qantas. Is it Qantas?
Yeah,
almost
Qantas,
like the Qantas symbol. And then there's the Southern Cross to the right of the flag in yellow. So it represents Australian culture. It represents Indigenous culture. And it's absolutely rad.
Yeah, I definitely back that. I think that's actually awesome.
Someone also submitted one for a new New Zealand flag. 'Cause
Okay.
the New Zealand flag is very similar to the Australian flag, and I
Yeah.
thought it was absolutely brilliant. It was just so I might butcher this, but it's like the same logo. Somebody put the same logo as like the Aotearoa All Blacks. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the All Blacks, has a little leaf.
Yeah.
So somebody did that, and it's like that's a sick flag by default.
Yeah.
Like just change it
Done.
now.
Yeah.
And then somebody else drew on like Microsoft Paint. They put a little kiwi bird shooting lasers out of its eyes, and it was just a kiwi shooting lasers out of its eyes.
That's pretty
And I
dope.
thought that was brilliant.
Anything shooting lasers out their eyes is pretty sick. Let's be real.
I'm just trying to find it.
But yeah, in the meantime, while you're looking for that, we'll throw these images up, like I said before, on Instagram as well, so you can check them out there. And if you have any ideas or any artwork
So
or whatever,
that's the flag proposal idea of the.
that's actually jokes.
It's incredible. I think that it needs to be the new flag yesterday.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Just a kiwi shooting lasers out of its eyes.
But yeah, if you guys have any, a bit creative or anything, send us your ideas for a new Australian flag or even a New Zealand flag, and we'll throw them up on the Instagram and give you a little shout out. Be interesting to see what you guys think as well, and let us know what you think about Australia Day as well. Whether you think it should be changed to May, or if you think we should stick with tradition, which is 24 years of tradition.
Just know that if you do say that we should stick to tradition, we're going to take every opportunity to shit on you. At least I will. I don't know about Aaron, but I'm just going to go, the whole time.
I would definitely be making a non-favorable comment. That's for sure. All right, so let's continue on to...
Moving on.
Moving on. So
We're gonna do it.
the Grammys were
Or
are on right now, I guess. Basically, yeah, like I said, we're sort of like a day ahead of America and kind of most of the world. So Monday here, Sunday other places. So the Grammys, I guess, are taking place either now or they've been going on. Yeah, check it out. But it seems as though they are in LA at the moment, which they are being hosted by Alicia Keys, which is pretty sick. And apparently it's the first female to host them, or the first...
I think Alicia Keys should host all the Grammys because she is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, she's excuse me, she's unreal. Let's be real.
I also wish that her and Common got married, because then I would have made all my music video dreams true.
Oh, that would have been
How
the
sick
one.
would have that been, eh?
Yeah.
Would have that been?
Would
yeah,
have that
sick
been?
would have that been?
Yeah, that would actually be dope. But unfortunately,
Can we take a look at Billie Eilish's security guard real quick? Mm-hmm. She looks like a germ, and he looks like the blood cell that's fighting the germ.
holy moly, yeah, throw that up there. Wow.
Yeah. Just shout out to Billie Eilish's security guard. Big boy gotta eat.
Oh, the biggest boy has eaten many times.
The biggest boy. Oh my God. Okay, so.
Oh God.
At 10:30 a.m., there was a person, Joy Villa. I don't know
No idea.
who she is or what she is, but she is a African American woman in the Grammys. She's on the red carpet of the Grammys, and she was wearing this outfit right here, a Trump 2020 red dress.
Can you believe that?
Are you kidding?
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
saving these, by the way, so you can just chuck them up there.
Yeah. Wow. That's quite something. That's
David-
quite a statement. Let's be real here.
Statement is an understatement.
People are crazy.
Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, so best rap album nominees.
Yep.
I believe.
Excuse me.
Rap, hip hop, sort of Grammys wise is same. I guess. So we got Dreamville, Revenge of the Dreamers 3, Meek Mill, Champions, 21 Savage, I Am, I Was, Tyler the Creator. Dreamville, Revenge of the Dreamers, Meek Mill, Champions, 21 Savage, I Am, I Was, Tyler the Creator, Igor, YBN Corday.
YBN Corday. Don't tell me the name of the album. It was like, just tell me the name of the album.
Lost Boy.
Lost Boy. I knew it. So in the UK, do you guys say Igor?
Igor, yeah. Would you say Igor?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Interesting. You learn something new every day. The more you know.
Igor. The more you know. And let's talk about that first, I guess, because then we got like the best song afterwards, best rap song. So,
Are you familiar with any of those albums?
yeah, I am. I mean, tell me this: how is it done from like when the Grammys are on? So it's now a year from now. Everything that happens a year from now.
So this is how I was told it works,
Okay.
which is why, first off, most people don't understand that this is how the Grammys work.
Yeah.
Second off, most artists, a lot of artists that respect their own craft don't even show up to the Grammys, even
Yeah.
if they get an invite. And third, it's not really a popularity contest. It's about who schmoozes who. So
there you go.
to break it up and to make it a very long story short, you send a consideration package to the Recording Academy. This consideration package is not a press kit. It's not just a poster, an album, and a letter. This consideration package could be a couple Rolexes. This consideration package could be a gift card for a $200,000 dinner at Peter Luger's in New York City with the flights attached. This consideration package could be a lot of things. So the record companies, the big record companies, which is why you rarely see unsigned artists on there. The big record companies, they send these gigantic consideration packages over to the Recording Academy, and then the Recording Academy then considers the artist for the Grammy. Right? So, and again, this was told to me by someone who attends the Grammys quite regularly.
Yeah.
He works in the film industry, in the music film industry, so the scoring and all that.
Yeah.
So usually his team gets nominated for film scores.
Yeah.
Which is there's those parts of the Grammys. Actually, the Grammys, the actual ceremony show, there's a lot of stuff that goes on that you don't even see in the ceremony show. There's artists that were, nominated for this, and that, but they don't actually make it to the ceremony show. Only the most popular of those artists then make it to the ceremony show.
Yeah.
So film scoring, all that kind of stuff, sometimes does not make it into the ceremony show. They just mailed them the Grammy and said, "Hey, you won this." Or that.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So when you have people like what you just saw there, I believe, Revenge of the Dreamers is cool. It was an awesome album. It was nice of J. Cole to just go and get everyone together and go, "Hey guys, let's make something together."
Yeah.
Instead of everyone just being on their own team.
Yeah.
My vote is Igor, because I believe that Tyler is absolutely brilliant in that concept album of Igor and creating the character of Igor, and he just stepped completely out of the box and decided to, I don't know, write something just so strange where when I first heard it, I was like, ugh, what is that? This is not Tyler. And then I realized, I'm being one of those people that go, this is not this artist.
Yeah,
who am I to say who this artist
that
is?
was definitely me. The first time I listened to it, I was just kind of like, ugh. Like, ugh. But yeah, I definitely came around, and I think that out of that list, like if that's the list that we get given, then that's who I'd sort of throw it at. Although, again, I love that whole collaboration of artists coming together, like, like Slaughterhouse, for example, like that could have been, man. But anyway, I like it when people come together like that. I think it's actually the sickest thing ever.
It is.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, the Grammys, I guess, are going on now, so we don't necessarily know who's won, but I mean, my bet is on Tyler. I mean,
I hope so, man.
I hope so.
That guy works so damn hard to make.
Just for like his backlog as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he deserves it. Out of those guys, at least. Is there anyone that you kind of would throw in there?
For album of the year?
For album of the year?
Definitely, and this is hard for me to say, but definitely not Chance the Rapper, because that album was booty.
Heard it here.
You heard it here first, y'all. 6 months later. Album of the year. Who have I been bumping? Let me just chuck open my Spotify real quick and see who I've been bumping this year so far.
Well, I mean, for me, at least, while you haven't looked that up, really, I haven't listened to that many albums in full because I've kind of just been like, ugh. But, man, like what we were talking about last week, Matt Miller's Circles, I just think it just hits all the things that I want right now. And maybe that's just because that's what I want right now. But, I mean, this past year, that's what I want. Chill, nice lyricism, like relaxed. But, it hits you. Flows beautiful, just beats are on point. Like they're like, I want to say that they're crispy, but they're not actually crispy. You know what I mean? But they just So for me, that's what I would like to have in there. But again, if it's sort of like how you were saying it's done, then why would that record label bother doing that sort of stuff?
You slap. Like, know that you bump. Look at Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean doesn't just go to the Grammys.
Yeah, exactly.
Frank Ocean knows he slaps. He doesn't need to go there and
absolutely
all that stuff. And like Jay-Z and those cats don't even show up to the Grammys anymore. That's children's stuff to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're a legend, you don't gotta go to the Grammys.
You don't
anymore.
need that.
I think I really liked Jesus is King. Now, this is coming from me. I'm a Christian. Like, that's my background, my faith of choice, I guess. So that, at least within the Christian world, that sent out a shockwave and woke everybody up and went like, oh, we can do something other than playing four chords and clapping. Like we can do something else. And then it re-inspired a whole bunch of artists that were lying dormant. To just go like, maybe we should test the waters and maybe we should do something else and maybe we should speak from our heart.
Well, I mean, that's awesome.
It's sick.
Like, I'm not necessarily an overly religious person or anything, but I definitely appreciate something that sparks a flame, ignites a flame under creative people, no matter where they sort of are from or what they're about, to start creating music in whatever form that's in. Like, you take someone like Stormzy. I remember his album, Gang Signs and Prayers, I think it's called. I didn't realize that he was like, you know, heaps into faith and everything like that. And he was saying, yeah, like the whole album is like all about like God and stuff like that. And I was like, oh shit, like, yeah, I hear it now type thing. So anything that like gets people creating, like whatever it may be, that's sick. So that's really cool. I didn't realize, obviously, because I don't really follow that side of things. So it's like, but that's awesome that it's like created a spark in people, because it doesn't necessarily, just because they're starting creating music, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be those same four chords that have been since time, basically.
It's sad how the lack of creativity in a group of people who celebrate being created by the creator of creativity. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and then don't create.
So you guys are creators, but you're doing the same crap for the past 20 years. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's cool. That's cool. And then I believe Whack World came out in 2019, which is Tierra Whack. Easily one of the greatest musical masterpieces I've ever seen a female put out in my entire life. That album is flawless. It's 15 tracks, 15 minutes, 1 minute each track, enough to fit on Instagram snippet. And if it doesn't fit on the Instagram snippet, she just chops the song off right then and there.
Actually, yeah, I do know who. I was thinking like, oh shit, man, this, you know, you got to send me that. But I actually know exactly who you're talking about, just from the Instagram thing. I remember now. Yeah. Like, wow, yeah, yeah. So basically, we should just be on the board of like the committee or whatever,
recording academy.
Yeah, and just be like, yo, you gone fucked up. You missing people.
It's a money thing.
Yeah,
we should host our own award services. 1994 awards.
I think that's an amazing idea, and anyone who wants to help set that up, slide in the DMs, put a comment down there. Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, so and then next will be the song. So
Song of the year.
So they got YBN Cordae featuring Chance the Rapper.
Good. So good.
Bad idea.
You know what? Hold on. I forgot about that album, that it was on that list, and I changed my.
Ooh, controversy.
Igor and Lost Boy and a tie, and they both stand up there hand in hand, and they cut the Grammy in half, and they give a half a Grammy to each of them, because YBN Cordae is a freaking savage. First off, second off, he was a nobody and worked hard to get where he is.
Yeah,
and he can spit. That young kid can slap. Like, he's gonna go somewhere for sure. I mean, he's clearly already somewhere.
Yeah,
farther than wherever we are. You know what I mean? I can't choose. So moving on.
Okay, yeah. So YBN Cordae featuring Chance the Rapper, Bad Idea. Rick Ross featuring Drake, Gold Roses.
I'd never even heard of that song.
I didn't even. When I read it, I was like, huh. Moving on. 21 Savage featuring J. Cole, A Lot.
That was good too.
Nipsey Hussle featuring Roddy Rick and Hit Boyle, Racks in the Middle. Da Baby, Suge.
You English people.
How is that? Suge?
I would say Suge.
Suge. Oh, like Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's spelled the same.
Because it's spelled the same way.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of those things that it's open to interpretation, right? Depending on what part of the world you're from.
Nah, it's Suge.
Okay, cool.
For sure. That's how he says his name, so that's it.
That's it.
What do you think? What do you reckon?
If I had to pick from that list?
From this list.
It's tough because I listen to a lot of times. I listen to a lot.
A lot.
And I'm a huge fan of J. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, YBN, it's just like I want to see him succeed.
Yeah, you want him to get it.
But fuck him. Let's go with J. Cole and 21 Savage.
All right, there's 21 Savage, J. Cole.
You know what? If Drake and Rick Ross win this, I'm going to chuck my TV off the roof. Because there's no reason why I've never heard this song in my entire life as a hip hop enthusiast, and it wins a Grammy.
Yeah, I agree to filming you do that.
I'm going to throw your TV off the roof. Is that cool? You got a nice TV too. If only could see it.
Don't throw my TV off the roof, man.
No, I'll throw I got a TV in the storage. I'll throw that off the roof.
All right, you heard it here. It'll be on Instagram.
That's if they win, though, which they're not, so it's very good.
Yeah, so hopefully they won't. Or hopefully they will. Let us know what you think about best, who should win best rap album of the year and best song of the year. For me, I'm going to go with Corday.
Yeah. I want to see the kid win.
Yeah. I just want to back him, basically.
Yeah.
I back him.
Yeah.
But it does... it's to bit of a mind block there.
Mind block, but your baby was literally just born and you haven't been sleeping.
This is true. He was born a few days ago and just got back from the hospital yesterday.
Shout out to baby Bjorn.
Yeah, baby Alfie Bjorn. And shout out to Sophie, my partner.
What a trooper.
She smashed it.
Smashed it. Shout out Bjorn. Which I know your name is Alfred, but I like the name Bjorn, so I'm calling you Bjorn. Yeah, shout out Bjorn if you're looking at this in like 5 years or whenever he's going to get an iPad or something like that. Yeah. This is for you, bud.
What's up, boy? It's your daddy. Slide into the comments, slide into our DMs. Let us know what you think in regards to best album and best song of the year. What you would have picked, what you wish was in there. Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Puff Daddy, P Diddy, brother Love, Sean Puffy Coombs, this guy. Okay, so Puff Daddy has been awarded the 2020 Industry Icon Award to honor his, and I quote, trailblazing career and continuous influence on the music industry. What do we think about that?
I want to hear what you think first, because then I'm going to judge my answer based off of what you think.
Okay, so I think that this is quite controversial. And let me know if there's anyone out there who agrees with me or thinks the same thing. It's a bit conspiracy-esque.
I'm all about conspiracy.
Okay, so basically, like, I think that he would have been successful regardless. From what I'm going to tell you, right? Okay. So I think he would have been successful regardless, but I think that he shot to his success and as high as he is because of what I'm going to say. And maybe you thought the same things as me.
Maybe.
I
could feel a bit of a big air. Coming inside of you.
Right. Okay.
Emphasis on the big.
Right. You ready? Yes. Ooh, my man. We dead set. We haven't discussed this. I wanted to discuss it beforehand, and I kept it close to me so we could have so I could see his shock, if there is shock. Puff Daddy killed Biggie.
Oh my God!
What's up?
Oh, I did not see that coming.
No, that wasn't it.
No, not at all.
Puff Daddy.
What?
Not necessarily by his literal hands. Yeah. But maybe put the hit out or whatever. Okay. Right, you ready?
That's tough.
So I know it seems like it's a heavy thing, but I mean I've been sitting on that for years and years. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
break the news.
Okay, so basically this is how I think it goes down. So what was it? 96, 97?
I don't know. I was too little.
Let me just look at.
I was still picking my boogers.
Biggie died in...
Putting glue on my hands and doing this and then peeling it off like I'm a snake.
97. That was so fun, let's be real.
Yeah.
Okay, so 97. So, I mean, the Tupac thing, that's got all the conspiracies you can think of, right? But we're going Biggie. So, Puff and Big. Puff bought Big, from the street. Like, in lamest terms, Puff took Big from the street and made him his first meal and got him signed and all the rest of it, right? Entrepreneur Puff Daddy.
Yep.
Now, prior to that, Puff was always in the videos. You know what I mean? You remember Suge Knight at that award show, and he was all like, "Come to death row if you don't want someone all in the videos."
Right.
You know what I mean? Because Puff Daddy was always like, as a producer or whatever, he was always in, and a manager, he was always in the videos just being ad-libs.
Yeah. He liked the spotlight.
Yeah, which is cool. Like, fair enough, man. Like, everyone likes a bit of spotlight every now and again, I'm sure.
And he looked good, too. He's a handsome mofo.
Yeah, he's a good-looking bloke, and, like, you know, he brought a bit of charismatic flavor to the thing. And then he jumps on, like, 2 tracks with Biggie. 2 tracks. Now, this is at a time when it wasn't unusual for people to have other people writing for them. Take Ice Cube writing almost basically everything for NWA. I was about to say NBA.
Shout out Kobe Bryant, rest in peace.
Yeah. So, when you were writing back in the day, this all comes, I know it's quite jumpy, but it all comes back around. You know, when you were writing rhymes back in the day, what did you write them in? We didn't really have computers or laptops or anything
No,
like
you
that.
wrote them in a notebook.
Yeah, in your rhyme book.
Yeah.
Everyone who raps or whatever, you guys out there, you know what I'm talking about. You had a rhyme book.
Right.
97, rhyme books, for sure.
Yes. 100%.
100%. Puff Daddy jumped on a couple of tracks featured. Apart from that, ad-libs. All in videos.
Where are we going?
We're going this. Biggie dies a year later after Tupac. And Puff Daddy didn't like all the attention that Biggie was getting. It's a jealousy thing, right? It's a jealousy thing. And one time he just snapped. Got one of his... Because Biggie, like, Puff's from the streets, right, as well. So he says. So he knows people, I would imagine. And he put out the hit on Biggie. And then suddenly, Puff Daddy's making tracks. He's making a few albums.
With Mace, and then he brings Mace up.
All that stuff, right? And he brings out his own tracks, full just Puff Daddy albums. So suddenly he can write rhymes, good rhymes. All of a sudden.
So what you're saying is, correct me if I'm wrong, Book, Biggie, Puffy can't rhyme, Biggie can rhyme, Biggie gone, Puff get Book, Puff can rhyme.
100%. And if you think out of all the people that Biggie knew, Puff was definitely one of the few people that he probably trusted with everything in his life. So who's going to know where his rhyme books are and stuff like that?
And now that you say it, Puff's flow does resemble Biggie's flow a lot.
And like, someone could say, you know, I know people out there probably, you know, potentially watching or listening to this and be like, yeah, but they hung out a lot and blah, 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 and maybe they wrote a bit together. But yes, but also...
So did O.J. Simpson and Old Mate.
And
Nicole.
Yeah.
Nicole?
Yeah.
I don't know. Put it down in the comments if you know her
Yeah.
name.
So yeah, I think that like, it's one of two things. Either he couldn't handle how much fame Biggie was getting, all the rest of it, and just wanted that spotlight for himself. Because again, the evidence kind of, not evidence, but the loose-based evidence is that he likes to be in the limelight because he's always in the video. No other producers or anything like that were all up in the video like how he was trying to get on tracks. You know, and he's supposed to be this bad boy, you know, bad boy entertainment. Puffy's a bad boy, all the rest of it. It wouldn't surprise me if he put out the hit, stole the rhyme book, etc., etc. The story tells itself.
That's wild, man.
You know what I mean, though. But
I
when
know
you
what
think
you
about
mean,
it,
but yeah, that's
go back and listen to tracks, and you guys out there, go and listen to some tracks. And I think he brought out like 2 albums, heavily featured because he can't carry himself his own. So I don't, and also I think with the books, the other sort of theory I have, maybe he didn't get the hit on him, but I 100% believe that he stole the rhyme books and used them to his advantage.
Yeah. I can see that
100%.
100%.
95% he put out the hit as well, just pure jealousy, because it makes you do crazy things, man. Like, So to bring that back round to the Grammys, my thoughts are that I believe that he probably would have been very successful regardless, but I don't necessarily think where it says his trailblazing career and continuous influence on the music industry, for me that doesn't sit very well, because I kind of think that he,
Right.
you know, fucked up.
Because you're already subscribed to this idea that he took Biggie's rhymes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Again, yeah, this is just my opinion. It's not
For sure.
news.
This is what is fun about it.
But I do think that I think it was out of rage, you know, out of not thinking straight, and that whole time was mental.
Is that you?
Yeah, so that whole time was mental. Yeah, basically.
Ding ding. That's wild, man. First off, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Second off, what a interesting, fun little conspiracy to think about. And conspiracy theory, I should say.
Yeah.
And third, you're probably not going to like my answer.
Okay.
Which is why I wanted to hear your answer first. My answer was that actually, being a kid from New York, growing up in the 90s with an older sister, I think that Puffy and Mace, there was nothing like Puppy, and I'm just going to call him Puppy from now on. So
Why not?
there was nothing like Puppy and Mace blasting out of your car in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
It was just it.
That was
so
the one.
Trailblazing. I looked at a photo of him and ASAP Ferg and Tierra Whack all sitting down in the same space, and I can't imagine what was being spoken at that conversation, how iconic those three souls are.
Yeah.
So fucking give him the award. Give him the award. Write down in the comments below, or comment below on Instagram if you're watching this.
Yeah.
And let us know, do you subscribe to Aaron's idea of did he kill Biggie? Or do you subscribe to my idea of just give him the award?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know. What is it called again? What is the button?
Moving on.
Moving on.
In sort of like, in just slight other news, there's a new Yeezy sneaker dropping on Saturday. The Yesh Aya. What do you think? Saturating the market, or are we good?
I think, to put it quickly, we are good because Kanye spoke about Yeezy prior a while back and said that he wants, obviously this is Kanye speaking, he wants everybody in the world to be wearing Yeezys, and he wants to make it the most accessible, comfortable shoe out there. So he never intended it to be this hype beast, limited release stuff.
Absolutely.
He wanted it to be at a decent price point, ethically made, where everyone is wearing his shoe.
Yeah, I think, I agree. I think that, you can't, I think, yes, it is saturated, but that's kind of, from what he said, that's kind of what he wants everyone to have, or be able to buy the shoe and wear the shoe. So in order for that to happen.
We're going to put the image up here. It looks like your typical Yeezy, so it's not like anything crazy.
Yeah.
It's not like the Yeezy 700 V3, which 700s are my favorite of all time.
700s are actually my favorite as well. It's just a 350.
Reflective.
I mean, it's cool, but I can easily skip it. But that's good though. I think
only Asian people wear those.
Yeah, I mean, me and Saif have a pair, and I don't wear them very often. So. Yeah, I look very Asian, as you can see.
Happy Chinese New Year's, by the way.
Oh yes, happy Chinese New Year. Moving on.
Moving on.
Album/song of the week. Guys, if you want to pick an album or song of the week, just hit us up, slide in DMs, hit us up with a comment. But otherwise, Lil Wayne announced his new album, Funeral. It's coming Friday, so that'll be interesting. It's his 12th studio album. So I was about to say, what do you think about it? But that's clear. That is a big yawn. Yeah.
In more important news, Ratu out of Sydney, I think out of Sydney, Ratu just released his EP, and it's shits all over most people's current music that they've released in the past month. Emphasis on Yawn, emphasis on Eminem.
Yeah.
I think this kid is the future. So shout out Ratu.
Yeah, I'll put a link in the we'll put a link in the YouTube and
Definitely check it out.
yeah,
So
we'll throw it up on the Insta and stuff. One little thing that is kind of cool though about the Lil Wayne funeral thing, if you Google the image, or if you're watching on your phone, if you flip it upside down, it does say Lil Wayne, which is kind of cool. So if the funeral turns into Lil Wayne, which is kind of cool. I'm a bit excited about it, to be honest with you. I think that everything after...
Oh, hold on. You said Lil Wayne? I thought you said Eminem is releasing a new album.
I might have said Eminem. I meant Lil Wayne if I did say Eminem.
Okay. That's not that bad.
I think, this is my thing. I think...
Take back the yarn. Hold on. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Yawn's taken back. I think that Lil Wayne...
Not bad.
I think... What is it? He went Rikers. And I think everything after that has been a bit trash. So I'm looking forward to see if this follows that pattern.
Yeah.
But everything before that, big fan.
I thought you said Eminem. That's why I was yawning so
I
much.
might have done.
It's just the name makes me like...
Oh yeah, Eminem is definitely... Yeah. I'll be sticking to his first couple of albums.
Iconic.
And that's it.
I'm just going to watch 8 Mile for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's it. I'm done. Did you see the new... Sonic the Hedgehog? The new movie? Oh. Did you hear the new song?
No.
The theme song?
No, I didn't.
Fucking awful.
I'll hard pass on that.
It's awful. Okay, so...
Take your word for it.
It's called Speed Me Up if you want to go and check it out. Wiz
It's a
Khalifa.
terrible title.
Fuck, I know.
Title is
Wiz Khalifa, Lil Yachty, Ty Dolla $ign, and some bloke from the app TikTok called Suko the Child.
I like Ty Dolla $ign.
It's all trash. It's horrible. The whole thing's horrible.
Maybe I'm thinking of 2 Chainz. They all look the same.
One thing I will say is that the video is dope.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it kind of uses like the 8-bit Sonic, and they get put into character.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
So that's really cool.
All right.
The video, the video is sick. But it just shouts Black Eyed Peas, which is sucks.
Too funny.
But I get it. It's light-hearted trap and all the rest of it. But they talk about how fast-paced their lives are and all this other nonsense. The verses are boring. All the rest of it. The beat is a cool beat. It's very catchy, which I guess is what they want. It's by these producers, Take a Day Trip. But they missed the mark. They could have sampled sound. So they sampled like the coins. When you get a coin,
Yeah.
they sampled those sounds, and when Sonic's running, but they could have sampled or just made a trap beat out of the first level song, the iconic song. And I YouTubed a couple of see if there's any remixes, and I just clicked on a random one, and it was fucking fire compared. So they missed the mark on that. I wouldn't waste your time listening to it, but if you put on the video, maybe put a different track on, and you'll thoroughly enjoy that. They didn't even echo the original score. You know what I mean? It's kind of...
This is...
little effort.
I feel like I'm not
basically.
even going to go see the movie now.
I mean...
I'll wait till DVD.
Yeah,
I'll wait till Netflix.
Yeah,
DVD,
you know what I mean?
DVD, as if anyone buys DVD anymore. I'll wait for Blockbuster Video.
Yeah. Throwback to the Blockbuster days.
I might as well just press the moving on.
And then...
I just got a
go on.
a DM, a fan question. Not a fan question. I shouldn't say fan. A listener question.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out MakeMac97.
Oh,
Who, first off, shouted us out and said that he liked the podcast.
Legend. Thank you for that,
We
brother.
appreciate you. Go check him out. MakeMac.97, rapper out of Australia. Spit some fire over the nerve beat for the Ill-Equipped competition. Shout out Ill-Equipped. And the people that won, that place was packed out. I didn't go. I had a bunch of church stuff going on, Australia Day. But he asked the question, what is your favorite Tribe Called Quest album and why?
Ooh, controversial. I'm not a massive fan of Tribe Called
Really?
Quest.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
I think Q-Tip is God, so it's tough.
It is tough. Like, the reason I don't really, I know people are gonna hate on me for it, but the reason I'm not so into Tribe Called Quest is because when I was first got introduced to them, I was bumping Nas and like all that classic 90s things, tunes and stuff. So for me, it was like, I was like, oh, what is this? And then from then, I kind of dipped in and out, but like, I'm not really overly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul. Yeah, I'm just not
that
really.
whole crew. Yeah.
For me, I never really got into it, and I still obviously I like some tracks.
See, my mom was Zulu Nation, so my mom
there you
was growing up in the projects with those people.
Yeah.
So did like my cousins grew up in that era. They had the dreads, they had the braids, they had the Africa Bombata.
Yeah.
They had the whole getup. You know what I mean? So it's very close to, I guess, my culture in New York, being Afro Latino. I'd say that I don't want to say Low End Theory and Midnight Marauders because that's usually everyone's favorite album by them. I'm going to say it's We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service, which is the latest album that they put out, which is in 2016.
Okay.
In 2016, I think. And the reason I liked it so much is because they don't have to put out another album. And they did it, and they put Kendrick on it. And that shit was fucking fire.
Okay.
And it was fire. And it was like, oh, okay, so you guys still got it, and you're introducing it with new guys? Oh, all right, cool. And I slapped that album. So,
well, you know what? Don't get me wrong. Like, before people start going mental, obviously I know they're amazing.
Yeah.
And I appreciate their craft 100%.
It just wasn't on the same wavelength as you were on at that time.
At that time, yeah.
That's understandable.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe I'll, well, you know, how it is today, I can just go and listen to it right this second. So yeah, I think maybe
you can
next week
Tribe Quest now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
A fan
Yeah.
now.
So yeah, maybe I'll check that out and then I'll get back to you on that.
Yep.
But thank you for the question.
Shout out McMac97. Thank you for the question. And you know what? You comment or you DM us and let us know what your favorite Tribe Called Quest album is.
Yeah.
Put it down in the comments below what your favorite Tribe album is. Let us know.
Yeah. So moving
on.
This week this week in 94, just real quick. Fugees debuted with their first album, Blunted on Reality. Actually, a great album. I listened to it again.
So good.
I hadn't listened to it for ages, and I was bumping. It was like that classic 90s, like it was that vibe. It was great.
Big dick energy.
Yeah, big massive energy.
Including Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill had big dick energy.
Oh, yeah. And then from the Dirty South, ESG's debut album, Ocean of Funk, dropped. And the first track, actually, Lil Wayne samples the beat from the first track, which is, like, I'd never heard the album before, and I was listening to it, I was like, oh, I know that. Yeah. That's sick. That's cool. Kind of, and obviously it's been sampled from somewhere else, but like, yeah, that was dope. But, you know, Lil Wayne from the South and, well, sort of South. Well, yeah. St. Louis? Sort of.
The way that you were with Tribe, I was with Lil Wayne. I just wasn't on the same wavelength. So I respect him, but I just wasn't on the same wavelength. Yeah.
And then, but yeah, it's like classic early 90s vibes.
Right.
Like it's like that. Yeah.
Bumps.
It bumps.
Yeah.
Basically, he's smooth as a motherfucker.
I bet.
And then Schoolie D releases his fifth album, Welcome to America. Also bumps. It's amazing. Kind of transitions from like the 80s sort of vibe into the 90s sort of a bit of both, because, you know, early 90s, 94, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, going on from that.
Moving on.
This week in Sydney, we've got a few gigs, events. If you're looking for any hip hop events, just check out Eventbrite and type in hip hop. Usually it's pretty good for that.
Yes, sir.
But some noteworthy events down at the Civic Underground. They're raising money for the fireys, New South Wales fireys, the firefighters, etc. It's called Road to Restoration. It's this Friday
Nice.
at 9 to 4. At 9 at night to 4 in the morning. $20 on the door. A mix of grime, hip hop, and Afro beats. So it should be a banger, basically. All ticket sales go to the fund. Not only that, hold on to your ticket as JD, Glue, Sonda, Ill-Equipped. Shout out to your boy. Bianca Beers and a bunch more are raffling off heaps of goodies.
Cool.
So make sure you hold on to your ticket for that. And if you want to, if you want someone to give you the light, Shana Paul and Shaggy are gracing our land with an Australian-wide tour.
Oh, iconic.
Starting here in Sydney this Friday at the Horden Pavilion, just up the road from me.
That feels like a tiny spot for them.
Yeah, it's small, but I mean, I guess it's guaranteed ticket sales.
Sean Paul's like
Shana
the
Paul.
dance hall like master.
Yeah. So that'd be a good one for. So anyone who wants to go to that, I'm sure there's still tickets, or maybe there's not. But if there ain't, go Gumtree or whatever, and you can find some.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something a bit different, Sydney's iconic Laneway Festival is on the 2nd
Yeah, true.
of
February.
which is Sunday,
Yeah.
I think, if my dates are right.
What's today? Today is Monday. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So 2nd February, Sunday. Yeah, I was thinking it was Friday for some reason. Oh, my brain's fried. And then last but not least, fresh to the game, 3 years deep, Michigan native NF is showing Australia what he's made of at the Enmore
Yep.
Theatre on the 3rd and 4th of February. So I listened to his shit actually just yesterday. Easy listening, it's not in your face, good lyrical structure,
Yep.
but it's incredibly clear that his like main influences are Eminem and Drake.
Yes.
Sounds like Eminem, beats are like Drake,
Yep.
and like and trap as well,
Yep.
as a whole. But yeah, could be good if you're into that sort of thing. Really easy listen, man. Like I enjoyed it, but for me it was like Eminem when he was how I imagine him being when he was like 15 or 16.
Right. Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, like he
NF hold his own.
Like,
and did you know
I think it was
NF
good.
was brought up in the church? He was Christian rap.
Oh really?
So
No way.
he is gigantic in the Christian rap
Wow.
scene. He's practically a Christian rap superstar.
Wow.
But Christian rap is such a whack industry. Like it's full of the wackest rappers alive.
I believe that.
So only guys that are like a caliber above actually make it into the regular industry.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why NF now is starting to ruffle some feathers and all that. Not ruffle some feathers, I should say. Like just kind of get noticed a bit more by in the secular world, according to Christians.
The second date was added because it was such a quick sellout, and they kind of demanded the second date. So shout out to him,
He can
man.
spit though, for sure.
Yeah, like his lyrical structure is really nice, really nice. So shout out NF, like that's sick, like fucking that's sick. Good for you, man. Like semi fan over here. Like I like to see something a bit more less easy listening, more sort of hard hitting. But 3 years of the game,
his old stuff.
Yeah.
He goes too hard. He goes so hard that it feels like he's being mean to you, and he's actually not.
I kind of like that idea.
And
That
he's
could be good.
So feel free to check out. Like I know that his new stuff, he's trying to appeal to more people.
Well, that makes sense.
So this is why it's more easy listening. If you go back, it's early Eminem. It's mean.
Ooh.
Like it's
Tasty.
he hits hard, and to the point that I was just like, this is disturbing. I don't want to listen to this anymore.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll definitely check that shit out.
Yeah,
Sounds sick. Let us know what you think of NF, if you're a fan or anything like that. And if you go to the gig, or if you go to any of these things, let us know how they go. I think I probably won't be attending anything for the foreseeable future.
Me either. I'm broke.
And I have a brand new baby.
Woo-woo.
So
Shut up, Bjorn.
But aside from that, again, like if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, don't hesitate to slide in, send us a comment, message, whatever. We'll endeavor to get back to you ASAP as well. if you have anything that you want us to talk about, any topics or conversation that you think will be pretty fun to talk about or interesting, whatever, just hit us up. We're big dudes, but we're friendly. But yeah, aside from that, man, don't forget, subscribe to Instagram, subscribe to YouTube, the little bell in the corner, notify you when the new video's up. Ding. Spotify, iTunes, we're up on there. Let us know if you listen to your podcast any other way, and we can get the podcast up on there. But and FYI, I didn't mention this last week, but so YouTube will be out every Wednesday. Podcast will be out either every Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yep.
And we film every Mondays. So make sure, as long as you get your questions in by Sunday, every Sunday.
Yep. So by Sunday night.
By Sunday night or Saturday or Sunday Saturday night in America.
Yep.
Yeah, for all you Americans out there, Saturday night, just basically by the weekend, then we'll make sure to throw it in. But yeah, on that note, we out.
We out.
We out.
Peace and love.
Yeah. Peace.